Double.
String.
Aha, y'all want to roll the punch giant right to take
You
over.
like it.
Y'all want to roll beef, Papa come here again. Y'all want to roll Papa Georgie come here again. Y'all want to roll Mama Joe come here again. Who want to roll CD come here again. Now the whole country giant coming soon. Better move and roll. I say you better move your roll. It's about to get away.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to a very fresh edition of the CDC Hour. Today is Monday. The CDC Hour is a 60-minute package of activities within the Congress for Democratic Change and other issues affecting the body politics of our country. Today is Monday, September 22, 2025. And I'm your host, Ishaka Sharif. Join me in a jiffy after a bit of our theme song.
Coalition for Democratic Change, now the whole country champion coming so. You better move on the road. I said you better move your vote. You be fine.
Thank you so much and welcome back to the CDC Hour. We are here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, bringing you information relative to activities within the Congress for Democratic Change, Liberia's biggest mass-based political institution, the CDC. As you may be aware, the former president of Liberia and standard bearer of the Congress for Democratic Change, Liberia's B-52, Liberia's political B-52, Liberia's most popular human being, sets foot in the country today. The former president of the country, has just arrived and he's on his way to Monrovia in a very huge, very gigantuan convoy, conveying him from the Roberts International Airport to Monrovia. So a lot of our partisans, a lot of our well-wishers, sympathizers, and the Liberian people are currently trooped at the RORA. In fact, they are on their way. We have been watching activities in the convoy, heavily escorted by his own security details, and as a matter of fact, he's entitled to a VIP protection. He's entitled to national security protection, and so the convoy is currently headed to Monrovia, and we have a lot of former government officials, party leaders, the entire National Executive Committee of the CDC, citizens from all walks of life, from Magibi, from Bong County, from Montserrado, Bomi, Cape Mount, and other adjacent counties to Montserrado, are currently escorting the former president to Monrovia. So you can be here for the next 45, 50 minutes to enjoy, to get entertained by the information. So the president is in the country. As we've always said, he's our president. With the CDC people, he's our president because what he has done for this country is impeccable. What he has done is immeasurable, for the Liberian people not to remember. So the former president is in the country. He held a brief interview with the press, a chit chat with the press, and he expressed gratitude. He expressed ecstasy for returning to the country very safely by the help of the Almighty God. He's in the country. He's in his country of birth, his country of origin. And so he was also asked, what did he go to do in Europe and other parts of the world. His answer was very candid. He said he had gone to make sure that his son Timothy Weah signed his new contract with Olympique de Marseille in France, and another journalist asked him about how he felt when Timothy scored on Real Madrid, okay, in the make I mean in last week in last week midweek in the Champions League, the UEFA Champions League. He said he felt very ecstatic, he felt very relieved, he felt like a good parent. In fact, he's not a fan of football, he's not a football fan, though he played the game, but he's not a football fan. But every parent will be very happy to see his or her child applying that trade in sports, especially for such an immaculate club like Marseille, and scoring against the 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 most successful football club in the world, Real Madrid. So he said that, and from there he disembarked the airport on to his motorcade, and then he's headed to Monrovia. But the one of the catches of the arrival of the former president is the fact that Liberians are lined up. Yeah, Liberians are lined up from all walks of life, from Magibi County, from other adjacent areas, on the main road, paying respect. Okay, paying respect and making sure that they get their gist of the former president's arrival. They do not miss the activities of whatever will happen at the former president's arrival. Current lawmakers, former lawmakers, former officials of government, right? I was briefly there. In fact, there was a drama this morning. There was a drama this morning from the police. The police had deployed unnecessarily. The police had provoked a situation that, you know, resulted into injuries. A lot of citizens were injured, and and specifically one of our young enterprising citizens, right? A very ecstatic Liberian, a very enterprising young man, Robert Zlatan Politico Ibrahimovic, as he's called, was arrested by the police at the airport for what is still a mystery. The police arrested him because the police had barricaded the entire vicinity of the airport, leading to the smell notice area and preventing people from accessing the 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 airport. That is a point of discussion. And look, what we have to say is that this police has become very brutal, very unnecessarily brutal under Gregory Coleman. Okay, the police has become very unnecessarily brutal under Gregory Coleman. Their heavy-handedness, uh, the the level of unprofessionalism that has engulfed the police to the extent of being very trigger happy to shoot, sometimes to kill innocent Liberians is becoming alarming. The police has become very heavy handed in violating the rights, the constitutional rights of Liberians, the constitutional right of Liberians to assemble, the constitutional rights of Liberians to free movement. People are entitled to their free movement under the Liberian constitution, but the police are curtailing that. And once, as a security institution, first in line to protecting lives and properties results into these kinds of, unnecessary provocation of Liberian citizens, people themselves who you are under obligation to protect. It becomes a worrisome situation. It becomes a worrying situation. I did not, I did not stay there to watch many of those horrible instances of the police violation of the rights of seditions this morning, but I watched a little bit of it. I watched a gist of it, but with my bare eyes, and I disembarked the area, tactically retreated to the smell notice area, and further to the Boys Town side, and subsequently I headed for Monrovia because of this particular program that I present on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But the heavy-handedness of the police was unnecessary. I saw the police deputy inspector general for operations, Colonel Nelson Freeman, giving strict orders to fire tear gas. And some of those tear gas canisters were picked up by some of our partisans as documentary evidence, as evidence of the police firing of tear gas. And in a very isolated situation at the airport, I watched for myself firsthand a 60-year-old woman, a 60-year-old elderly woman lost one of her eyes. It was very, very deplorable. The situation was pathetic. It was horrible to watch. She lost one of her eyes in the process. She was taken, as I understood, to one of the nearby medical centers in Maygibi County and probably to be flown subsequently to Monrovia for advanced medical treatment in any of the facilities in Monrovia. But she lost one of her eyes, as preliminary observations would, dictate. And so that was wrong on the part of the police by physically assaulting people, brutalizing people, only because a former president is coming back to the country. As a matter of fact, the million-dollar questions we should be asking ourselves is, why the heavy-handed deployment? Why the heavy deployment of security forces at the airport? In some instances, for me, I would consider that as an assassination attempt on the life of the former president, because there is no justifiable reason that the government of Liberia can give to us, the Liberian people, about the heavy deployment, such an irresponsible heavy deployment of police officers, of immigration officers, of DEA officers, the joint security at the airport. It was only intended to intimidate our partisans, to intimidate our well-wishers and the Liberian people from showing love, from showing a show of solidarity to the former president when he is coming to the country. This is the third time. In 2024, it happened. Twice in 2024, it happened. It has happened again in 2025. And I think the security forces will have to be courteous and very scrupulous about while exercising their duties. But all in all, it was unnecessary. The deployment of the security forces at the airport when the former president is arriving in the country every time, it is very, very under the belt. It's below the belt. The government, the security forces should take care of that and they should organize themselves very appropriately, because once you provoke such a situation, it leads to sometimes unwarranted consequences, and those consequences could be horrible for the nation. The fragility of our peace is still glaring. We don't have international peacekeepers in the country. We had unmailed here the United Nations peacekeeping mission in this country for 14, 15 years after we fought a 14 years of senseless civil war. And those 14 years of civil war were provoked, by unorthodox behaviors of governments, of the government that was in power. And so have things changed today? No. President Bwakai's Unity Party government is treading on the same dangerous path of provoking peaceful citizens to anger, of provoking people, of infringing on the constitutional and inalienable rights of our people. This is wrong. This is unduly irrelevant. You cannot do that as a government. A lot of peaceful assemblies around the country start very peacefully, very peacefully. But because of the irresponsible conduct of the security forces whenever they come, often will jeopardize the security situation around the area. I saw the the police deputy inspector general for operations, Colonel Nelson Freeman. I saw somebody like Gregory, though I'm not sure, I cannot independently verify it that it was Gregory, but I saw Nelson Freeman with my eyes, and the police were moving as though they were going to fight war, as though seditions were their enemies. And some of the police officers that I listened to, some of the security officers that I listened to, right? If you listen to what they were saying, imagine security officers
who should be protecting lives and properties under oath, in uniform, uh, uttering words of a nullification of seditions, words of interposition and nullification of seditions, like we will beat you, you are reckless, you are this, you are that. I don't think for any reason, security forces, security officers who should be apolitical, who should be independent with their operations, who should be very, very courteous and scrupulous in the operation of their duties, will be uttering such unnecessary mumbo jumbo from their mouths towards seditions that they will beat people, they will kill people, they will shoot people, they will tear gas people. I don't think that was necessary. I listened to some of those utterances from police officers who themselves live with us in the communities. They should not forget about that. They live with us in the communities. They are in all of the communities, living with the people, living with the partisans. So those sorts of utterances are not called for. They are not called for. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. President George Weah is a citizen of this country. Seditions are citizens of this country. Seditions are some of the original owners as well of this country. So when our standard bearer, our political leader and former president, for that matter, of this country, is returning to the country, there should be security protection. Our people should be protected. They should, you security forces should not be uttering
verbosity. You should not be uttering verbal languages that tend to threaten the security and undermine the credibility of the security forces itself. This is wrong, and I think the way Gregory is inspecting the police, the way he's training the police forces, the way he's instructing the police officers to go about doing business, I don't think is right. I nothing lasts forever. Like we will always say, nothing lasts forever. This is the Unity Party government, but under that government, the police has become very violent. The police has become very heavy-handed, very trigger-happy, and so I think sometimes there must be intervention. There must be intervention from outside forces to put the government on notice, because we are as well putting the government on notice. CDC is a party, it's a grassroots party of hundreds of thousands of people. The CDC is a grassroots party of hundreds of thousands of people. We command, we command some of the most, you know, mass-based political respect in this country. Okay, sometimes we take orders. When our leaders say we should do this, we do them. When our leaders say we should do that, we do it. And so sedition should not be seen and looked at as enemies. This is our country. This is our country. But the former president is on his way to Monrovia. I don't know where exactly he is right now because I'm on the radio and I'm here sitting pretty to bring you some of this information as would be required. Okay? Uh, 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 the former president said he's here to help build a national headquarters for the CDC, and we are here to do that. Okay, I if you are there, you are listening to the CDC Hour on Kings FM 88.5 and also watching live on a Kings FM Facebook page. Uh, if I mean, when we open the line, you will tell us where you are, your momentum, your feeling about the return of the former president to the country. But this is it, right? The the situation is very momentous out there. The situation is very momentous out there. The former president is already in the country, and his citizens, his partisans, are giving him a rousing welcome. A lot of people are there, including his chief of staff, uh, Honorable Eugene Len Nangwe. We saw D. Maxwell Sakimaya, the former foreign minister, the former minister of foreign affairs of the Republic. We saw Madam Ruth Coker Collins, the former minister of public works. We also saw a lot of different people, including Samuel Blue, the former minister of commerce. I mean, the former minister of commerce, and also former minister of transport. Yes, Honorable Akaras Moses Gray, former representative district number 8. Frank Safoko was also there. Honorable Dixon Wulawi Sibo of district number 16 was there. Honorable Abu Bana Kamara was there. I saw Honorable Eugene J.M. Colley from Bone County was there. I mean, is there, and all of them are part of the process. So this is where we are. We are in a very enthusiastic environment right now, very much polarized, sometimes fragile because of the return of the former president to the country. So the security forces, I think we have to do the right thing. This is not time to brand people. This is not time to brand a group of people like the way the police were doing this morning. I listened to them. I listened to them very keenly. And I know some of those police officers. The other guy said, any people say they're crazy, would deal with them. Imagine police officer, uttering such a responsible statement, when he should be apolitical, protecting lives and properties, uh, making such an irresponsible comment at the Rabos International Airport when the former president was returning to the country. So it is wrong. It is wrong today. It will be wrong tomorrow, just like it was wrong yesterday. But this is a sad day. The security forces, it partisan, especially the police, they are taking instruction exactly from the executive branch of government. Whatever they are told to do, they do that. And that's why people's rights are being infringed upon. And so this is where we are. The former president is returning to the country, or he has returned to the country. Sifos Jile is calling me, but it is not yet time for me to open the line. So Sifos, you have to wait a little bit as we open the line to take the calls. We are going to reach that point maybe in the next 10 minutes. We'll be opening the line. But there's the situation, the environment is fluid. People have lined up the streets in Margibi County, all the way from the Rabras International Airport to Smell Notice to Tower Hill to Boys Town to Dolos Town, Duazon, Bengbas Town, all of the areas, rehab, ELWA area, and they are awaiting the former president of the republic. It is looking as though George Weah is still the president of the country, because if you look at the popular support he has, okay, if you look at the popular support he has, both in Liberia and internationally, it makes you to understand that the current government is panicking. The current government, once they hear the name George Weah, they panic. And that's why they are doing all of these unnecessary things to disenfranchise him, to disenfranchise our partisans, because they know that fast forward to 2029, the environment is becoming very fluid, and the Liberian people are again gluing up to the CDC. The Liberian people, I are very much ecstatic about the fact that the CDC is organizing themselves. The CDC are organizing themselves very well, and this is the point we are. So the government is on its heels. The government is becoming jittery. The government is already jittery, especially with the fact that they are not achieving anything in these 21 months of their stewardship. Governance, no. They are focusing more on the CDC than governing the country. They are focusing more on George Weah not coming back to power than to do the Liberian people's work. And once you focus more on the election of 2029, you're going to do a lot of things very stupid. And that's what the government is doing. The government is behaving very, very stupid. The government is behaving very, very unnecessary. They are doing things that are not called for. They are doing things that are below the belt, just in order to disenfranchise, to rob the Liberian people of the kind of government they deserve. Once you begin to do that, you focus more on election. You do not focus on governance. You do not focus on development, especially when over 95% of current initiatives being carried out by the government were started by the former government of the former administration of President George Ware. What is the project of this government? Has this government initiated any project of its own since the since its accession into power uh, on January 22nd, 2024? No. Most of what most of what's happening are I projects rolled above, right? Rolled on by the former government. So citizens are out there in the communities, very ecstatic. Some of them were not able to go to the airport. Citizens are in the communities. Some of them have brought outside in the communities. There are radios playing CDC music. They have brought their tapes playing CDC music and dancing, uh, carrying the day, because that is what is required. Everybody cannot go to the airport. Uh, Not even 10% of those who love George were at that airport. That we can say for sure. Okay, so if you think that those at the airport are the ones that are going to make George Weah win the election in 2029, you are deceiving yourself. The grassroots citizens in the communities who are not able, the market women in the market who are not able to go to the Roberts International Airport, those guys at the bakery who are baking bread, who are not able to go to the airport. Those petty traders on Macklin Street, on Broad Street, on Randall Street, at Waterside, who are in the markets in Douala, in Red Light, in Jockmantown, in Raleigh Time, in Omega Markets. They are the ones who are going to make George Weah president of this country. It is not that group necessarily you see at the airport. That group you see at the airport are people who have always been there and they will be there. Though there are other people from the communities, from the grassroots, from the common people who have joined them today, but we can say for sure that the protest votes that will matriculate, that will catapult George Weah to the presidency in 2029 are in the communities. They are not at the airport. They are not at the airport. They are across the country. They are in Bapolu. They are in Bumming. They are in Grand Bassa. They are in Cape Mount. They are in Maryland County. They are in River G. They are in Riverses. They are in Sino. They are the ones in Grand Jeddah County, in Nimba, in Lofa, in Magibi. Those are the partisans, the Liberian people who are going to make George Weah win the election. So they're not going to stupor, right? They're not going to stupor. They are the ones who are the original owners of this party. They are the ones who have dedicated their commitment, their loyalty. They've committed their blood and sweat. The party is on the shoulders, is built on their shoulders. Their shoulders are the fundamental pillars on which this party is built. And their blood, their sweat have been the sacrifices they have made to catapult this political party to the presidency in 2018. They did it, and they are going to do it again. They will not stupor. They will not get tired. Citizens, if you're out there, we urge you. And that's why I asked you last week, Friday, this question. When will you get angry? I asked you, citizens, with all of what's happening, with all of the intimidation, with all of the unnecessary, intimidation, with all of the tactics, the political tactics, with all of what's happening to you, meted against you by a government calling themselves rescue. When will you get angry? And some of you said on Friday, you will get angry today. And I can see it. I can feel it. I can sense it. Some of you said, you will not get angry today. Even if you are angry, your anger will not be soon today. But you will wait for the ballot box in 2029 when you shall have showcased your anger to put these people, these jigger fleas, out of power. And you are there. You are the ones who are paying your dues to the CDC, both financially and morally. You are the ones who are there making sure that the CDC becomes what it is. We are very proud of you as a political party. Look, we are very proud of you. Continue your work. Continue your support to the CDC, because without you, the CDC is nothing. The CDC is nothing without you, grassroots partisans. The CDC is nothing without you, everyday Liberians who go about your normal businesses to get the CDC to where we are. And we cherish that. We adore you. We cherish you. Continue your support. You are doing it for your country. George Weah is not who you love. It is the CDC you love. It is the Congress for Democratic Change, because this party is here to survive, to live for generations to come. Your son, your daughters, your children could be leaders of this party tomorrow. Any of your children could be standard bearer of the CDC and win election in years to come. Any of your sons, your daughters could be chairman of the CDC tomorrow. Any of your children could be sitting in where I sit today as chairman on policy response at the CDC. Oh, yes, the CDC is a movement. The CDC is a movement. You can kill the revolutionary, but it's always said you cannot kill the revolution. The revolution is here to stay. And we will stand with you in as much as you have stood with us in the last 21 years since our formation of this party in 2004. You are the backbone of this party, the spinal cord on which we stand as a political party, and we dedicate our 2017 victory to you, and we will dedicate our 2029 victory to you as well, because you are the ones who have built this party with all that you have. Both your financial and moral resources have gone to the buttocks of the CDC and made it what it is today. One of the most enviable, probably the most enviable political party in this country. The biggest grassroots political movement in this country, with a population, a membership of hundreds of thousands of people. And sometimes when these activities come, even if you stay at your home, you show a strength of solidarity. That's what you have been to this party. That's what you have been. And so if you are there in the land of the radio, you are listening to the CDC Hour on Kings FM 88.5, and you are also watching on Kings FM Facebook page, on your handle on Kings FM plus Cloud TV Facebook page. Let's go to our last Facebook page to acknowledge some of our viewers. Okay, to acknowledge some of our viewers here. Um, let's go to acknowledge some of our viewers. We have Frank S. Wulu is watching. Agatha M. Flomo, welcome back, my black president. Frank S. Wulu, Francis Juicy is watching from Foya District, Lofa County. Bamboo Row Community, thanks so much for the show. The Liberian Civil Rights Movement's official spokesperson, Frank Wulu, watching from Upper Corwell. To Masin Kofa. We are moving into history 2029. President Weah is coming back, and no man can fight his divine grace and blessings. These are a few of our partisans who have left their imprint on the Facebook live feed. So now you can begin to call us on 0772 239933 0886 or the lone female line. On the female should call on this line 0777980375.
Who is it,
We have a caller. Hello.
Good evening, Ishaka.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, this is Patient Gray, calling from tomorrow.
Patience Gray from Dupont Road. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Ishaka, let me say thanks to the Almighty God for the safe arrival of our president. And let me say thank you to the hierarchy of the party and to the former official who turned out today. Let me say big thanks to our old man and man CC there, the old papi there, that turned out today. Let me say thanks to everybody. And thanks to King Evan for carrying the program live.
Thank you so much for the call. Let's take another caller. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Ishaka Sherry, by the way of introduction, my name is pretty complicated, commonly called running start joking. I give God a great day. I tell God thank you that my president church my ground today without any hindrance. I would like to tell Gregor Kuma. Gregor Kuma, I told you the last time, I said before you were born, you met men on ground that were doing what you're doing today, and we're more than you. But I'm telling you, you live in a community with a citizen. Be careful with yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very, very sweet and short.
Ishaka.
Yeah, Edo Council.
Oh, you know the number. My son, I was on the airport today. I was there when the post started, spraying the tear gas. I will see somewhere. But you see what the people are doing, this particular country, is not obvious. Be careful to first somebody with grief. I advise them there again. We saw it 1981, 1979. The big man was there, the hero. What happened to him in 81? Everybody know the story. So they think that they will finish this year. We are like king. And you know when king get it big, it came from there. But you think getting rid of it, go low. And so come on, it can get boom. That's why our late children that are coming up. They're trying to heal. So we are. So our black salmon. I listened to how they call him. They call, I start calling for long. How they call him Tamajoni. One of them came and say, Jovia was there for straight up with that. The next day they made Jovia, we are never, they gave Jovia never a war.
Okay,
so
okay.
You come up. And my feet, please.
Thank you so much, Edo Council, a very passionate old lady in the CDC. Hello?
Yes, Ishaka.
Yes, let's hear you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes,
This is Pato calling from Jacob Riha. Thank you so much for the arrival of our president, and thank you so much for your talking without going in vain. bless God for you. I tell you, thank you so much. Continue doing it until God will see us with 2029 in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you so much for the call. Let's take another caller. Hello? Okay, you can do same by calling us on 0772 239933 086 3044 97 or 0777 Let's take another
Hello?
caller. Hello?
Yeah. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, there is Jairus Wetty calling from the borough of Krutan. What I have to tell the government is that any long rule they get it any. All what they are doing, God is looking at them. God is looking at them. So any long rule they get any. Now what I have to tell the graphic coma who want to kill the physician, they must be careful. Some of us we talking in Kiba during Samuel time. We are here.
Okay.
They must be careful with physician.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me take this call from my end. Hello? Hello? Sifos, let's hear you. Oh, you're around the District 8 headquarters? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourself because you are host. So let's take another caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, let's hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, my people, I tell God, thank you for today. I tell God, thank you for coming for this field. I tell God, thank you for our president, Anthony Day. Only people beating on us, they mean nothing, but they cause him one hand to the government. But we know 2029, so I will fix you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the call. You come in scrappy. Let's take another caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, Ishaka, how are you?
Hello.
Thank you for the program, my brother. This is Ebi Kali. I'm calling you for Conway Bridge.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah. You see what is unfolding today. Mr. Buckeye, people said that he has a lot of experience. But what we are seeing now is not experience. They may start promoting democracy, my brother. How will you be fiduciary and tear gas of people? I'm not surveilling. I didn't agree. What's the crime they commit? They committed for we you tear gas in them, beating them. As you were saying, look at that elderly woman, as you were talking about, who lost her eye.
Yes, she lost one of her eyes.
Is it all Liberia? The government want to kill a battle where we came from, and we don't want this. I think international community is watching. What the government is doing is not good. It's not good, so we are surprised, my brother.
Okay, thank you. We don't have much time. Let's take other callers on the line. Hello?
Good evening, Ishaka.
Yeah, Mohammed Donzo.
Yeah. Thank you for recognizing my voice. Well, this is Mohammed D. Donzo Fafana Jr. I call from the aluminum factory area on Somalia job. Well, Ishaka, I want to appreciate my protein president of the Republic of Liberia, President George Mame Weah, the president that has he's the face of Africa and the face of Liberia. That's why the other guys from the other side refuse to hear this thing. He said, when the face of Liberia, I can bet anybody in the Republic of Liberia, politician. He told you guys that he's not a politician. He's just a patriotic citizen that want to make his citizens to feel the vibe of his presidency. And then the Liberian people refuse on 2023 that this man will now, become a president of this republic. God, these people, they made fact. So, Mr. President, welcome home. And this is a home. This is a political home of the whole entire world. Liberia is a home. Welcome home, President Weah, and welcome home. He will be the next president of Liberia come 2029.
Okay, thank you so much.
2030.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's take another caller.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You can do SIM by calling on 0772 239933 0886 30 44 97 or 0347 for female. Hello?
Hello, Brother Ishak.
Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah. I'm very, 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 very much excited even for today for our president arrival. Or to Gregory Como and also to the puppets or unity partisans. For what they are doing to us, they should remember. Every long road has an end, as the brother said. Today, their day, our day will come. They should remember. That's what I get to say to them. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Let's take another caller. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
How you doing, Brother Ishaka?
I'm good.
My name is Patricia Momo, calling from the Chicago Rehab Girl. I'm overwhelmed and so excited to see our black president in the city today. You know, somebody can go, but once that you're in, when you come in, you can feel that presence. So they may know he's home. Now you know everybody for me, but me and I thinking on that because I ain't expecting to do anything good. So all I didn't do, I expected, I know that what they were going to do. These people, they are killers. So thank you so much for the show, Brother Ishaga.
Thank you for calling. Let's take another caller. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, how you coming on?
I'm fine.
Okay, I'm calling from Papa. The only thing I can tell the UP, they you pick this. Because I want to United Party, but you pick this. I'm passing around. Don't charge Joey. Joey, I'm not your mate. And if Gregory come on, I call a policeman. You don't know what I mean. Those are guys I mean. And those represent purity. Those represent God. You know God. That's why you can see that man can be wearing guns on the floor. You don't know the meaning of that gun and can be wearing. But it's a God direction. So anybody that touch him, you touch God. So that you pick them, be passing around, be doing all type of stuff then. But the thing will come for them one day.
Okay, thank you. Another caller, hello?
Yeah, good evening, Shaka.
Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Patrick Kufa calling from District 17. You know, Shaka, this is Patrick Kufa, and I just a silent listener. This thing the United Party people are doing is just doing a scare tactics. Because they're doing it so that we can be afraid for 2029. But they are lying. What we're going to tell them is that they are putting us in no ego. They are making us more stronger so that 2029 they will see us coming up because we're like bottom up. Get that. So for the show.
Thank you so much for calling. Let's take another caller. Hello?
Yeah, Irene, I'm calling from Cdc.
Yeah, Irene, let's hear you.
Yeah, we take off our incoming president. We welcome him. President, welcome. We tell God, take it for you to be in a country, in the country. We tell God, take it. Let God guide you, protect him, and carry him by safety. I pay prevent to the man.
Oh, okay. Yes, October 1st. October 1st is the president's
Hello?
birthday. Hello, let's hear this caller.
Yeah,
Hello?
my name is Dennis Maseko. I call from Kawa, New Georgia.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, you know, when anybody that get the grace and the wisdom, you know, enemy can afford to drag it down. They try to tell the United Party that anything they do, they can never make it work. We all decided we are ashamed. We starting. So the 2020 now, when it can't, we know the giant. So they okay that the John whatever, but for we that would the giant of the city. It's our big men yeah. So the whole country also down.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for giving me your platform.
Thank you for calling as well. Let's take another caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
You know, the Unity Party people, they are dying slowly. You know, when long female dying, you see the last. You know, if the state security can treat their own citizens the way they do it, it's just regrettable, unfortunately, for state security. So let them do what they're doing. But they are dying slowly with their long teeth. We'll know where to bury them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We can only take one or two more calls because of time. Hello?
Yeah, Ishaka.
Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah, man. The last time I told you that I wanted to talk with you and you took my number, since that time you have not called me yet.
Hey, my
So
brother,
please.
my brother, I will apologize. I'm sorry. I did not save the number, so it lost from me. That's why I didn't call.
Okay, I beg you, can you please take it down again? I beg you, sir.
No problem.
0775
Yes.
71
Yes.
37
Okay.
19.
Okay. What's your name?
Robert Tier.
Oh, Rabotier. Okay. You're not a Rabotier from Negriton anyway.
No. Oh, no.
Hello?
Yeah, bro. Secretary.
Yeah, hello. Let's hear you.
How you doing? Joseph Moluba calling from Firestone Division 10.
Yes, let's hear you quickly. No time.
You know, I bless God for my president, our in this country at this time. So thank you for the program ongoing. I'm telling our press so that our headquarters where they get broke down so that it can be able to, pull it back in place again. So thank you for your program.
Thank you. Let's take the very last call. The very, very last call because of time. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Hello?
Yeah, let's hear you.
I said, this is speaking on the 12.
Yeah, you please.
It's not the issue. My brother, the people finish. The people they never expected the human being to go there today. Even in the scripture, people were making, people were scattering their own keke to go there. What they were holding people. And some of us, we never went there. The human being that went there, my brother, even the people, some of their people are making the party. Only to the night, it will be difficult for them. Because you know what I mean? For you to be in opposition to win one person or winning person, in Liberia history, the opposition always get human being. The government always get enemy.
Okay. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our last caller because every good thing must come to an end. And with that, we have come to the end of today's edition, the Monday's edition of the CDC Hour on Kings FM 88.5. I've been here for the last 60 minutes bringing you information very relevant to the Congress for Democratic Change in our country at large. I'm your presenter, Ishaka Sharif. Until you see me, inshallah, will be on Wednesday when I shall be here with a very fresh edition of the program. Thank you. Bye-bye.